What's up, guys? We're here at AMC Town Square with Chasing Cinema.
This is James Hsu.com.
We're here for Keanu Reeves in
John Wick. Dun dun, Parabellum. So, John Wick, Keanu Reeves, you know, a really interesting actor, an actor that I have both loved on screen.
He's a Chinaman.
And thought he's played awful roles and done terrible things. I don't think many people in Hollywood could balance like such great movies, bad movies, good movies, but you know, I mean, at the end of the day, Keanu Reeves to me will always be, you know, Speed. He'll always be the guy on the bus with Sandra Bullock, kicking ass and taking names. So when he came back, you know, and then we got him as Neo.
You know, there's an interesting article. Did you read the one that he talked about how he was blacklisted from Hollywood because he turned down Speed 2?
No,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Google it. It's very interesting. Yeah. How they basically in Hollywood he was just,
they were like, yeah, because there was a big
out.
and then he got Matrix, and then they obviously brought him back in, and then he kind of went off on a little bit, and then he came back with John Wick, and a movie that I think everyone really liked. It was a movie that was really focused on action and choreography, something that's not really big in the States. Of course, we get cool action beats, but choreography really is kind of something that's always been ignored. And then, you know, the popularity of The Raid kind of really brought focus to choreographed action sequences. Then we got Atomic Blonde. Like, you know, all these movies started popping up. We're even getting an Atomic Blonde. Yeah, even Atomic Blonde remake. If Lucy and Atomic Blonde, we're putting one. There's Anna. But it works, right? Like, John Wick was great. It's tells this story that's really kind of offbeat and weird if you talk about it, about this guy who loses a dog and then all of a sudden becomes this, you know, like that's all of his, you know, takes all of his guns back out and goes after revenge. And then what it's evolved to now has been this, in the sequel, has been this now massive collection of assassins all trying to go after John Wick. And now we are here at John Wick 3 Parabellum. Did you like John Wick 1 and 2?
Yo, I loved 1, and I thought number 2 was a little step down.
Yeah, I really liked
there was
one.
just too much of that flip we always talk about.
I really, that in the second one they weren't trying. I'm telling you, those fights. He did that over, and then there was like 1 or 2 in here, but it was nowhere near as much as they.
No, I was watching for 2. I was like,
how many counts
you do, bro?
Because in the second one, I swear he does that. Jump over their head, twist, roll, boom.
50 times.
Yeah, at least 50 times. But I mean, to me, that movie doesn't. Like, I really don't remember much out of the sequel.
I never even watched it.
I kind of forget it. Yeah, I kind of forget really what happened. No. I haven't even. I don't think rewatched John Wick.
I saw that one a few times.
Yeah, maybe like once.
Not in
maybe,
the theater, but
yeah, but once I think it hit like maybe right at DVD, but not since the year it came out. But now we have a Parabellum, which I will say the trailer looked incredibly intriguing. I thought it was like, oh wow, this could really be really badass, because the trailer, the clips they show were pretty intense. But I want to know what you think. I want to know, was it badass? Was it everything you wanted in a John Wick trilogy?
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't love it, but I liked it a lot. I thought the action sequences in the movie, and you made a good comment off camera. It's just nonstop.
Yeah.
Like not like
it's
literally,
relentless. Yeah.
Like literally nonstop. And there's no story. But because it's a John Wick film, I was okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I didn't. You're right though, on the first one, the whole Continental idea, that was like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, once you enter the Continental, that's that.
Yeah, we loved it. Me and you have always been big fans of world building, and that was like one of the best things about John Wick.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone loved the action beats, but for me it was like, well, the idea of the Continental was cool, and this whole world we don't know about was awesome.
But yeah, all the action sequences was awesome. I was hoping for more Halle Berry.
I knew that.
And then I don't think this is a spoiler, but I thought there's gonna be more Lawrence Fishburne too. That was the whole point of bringing him in.
Yeah.
I liked the little guns, lots of guns. That was a call out to Matrix.
Yeah.
And I assumed during that whole fight in the Continental, when they turned everything up with the green,
yeah,
I assumed that was also a little nod to Matrix too. I assume.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I mean, because for me, I was still trying to like, all right, they're just, you know, I mean, I just thought it was just more logically like they're just turning off the lights, but I could see that. I mean, that makes sense. All those make sense.
But yeah, the action sequences, no one's gonna say nothing. They're awesome.
But let's be real. Halle Berry could have been in this movie 100% from start to finish, and you still would have wanted more Halle Berry.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Well, we also know, as much as you love Halle Berry and other women of Hollywood, you also love doggies, and there's a lot of doggies in this movie.
Yes, and then there's this one scene where someone shoots at Halle Berry's dog.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, what is this movie going, dude?
It got dark real quick.
Yeah, I didn't like that, but then he's fine.
Yeah.
And then we should have waited till the end of the credits where it says no animals were hurt during John Parabellum.
But whoever owns those dogs, because granted a lot of the things that we saw weren't completely real, but I mean the dogs, like just in the scenes where they're like, running behind them and ducking under cars and stuff. It was incredibly impressive.
Awesome.
They had to work those dogs.
And I like the horse scenes. When the animated horse.
So John Wick 3.
They're not real horses doing that.
John Wick 3 is now where I think we would say Fast 6 was. When Don Toretto was starting to jump over freeways and land on other cars, we were like, okay, we all just gonna believe that? Gonna act like that didn't happen?
When he catches Letty.
Yeah, when he catches, because I'll never forget that, because that was the moment where I was like, oh, we're not in reality anymore, even though the first ones were hard to believe. I mean, that was a big turning point. And now I think John Wick has entered the world where it feels like we're in this mythological, really unbelievable world. Of course, the first John Wick is in this world that's, of course, made up, but there is some believability to it where you're into it and you're like, okay, but now everyone is exaggerated. Like I said, also off camera, I really liked the idea that John Wick was the boogeyman. He was this figure, this untouchable, and now every character we meet is this untouchable, this nonstop bad. And it just gets to the point where it just becomes a superhero movie, right? Literally, I think main characters fall maybe 15, 16 stories, hitting metal all the way down and able to survive and walk. Granted, action movies, of course, ask you to suspend your disbelief, but there becomes a point where you just go, I don't know where how I should feel in this movie. I don't know where the tone is. Do I want to just not believe where I'm at and just go with it and go crazy as possible and let the world of John Wick,
That's
do
where I'm
these
at.
Crazy magical things? Yeah, but they try to keep it real, and then the double crossing and the triple. It's just it doesn't matter. If you want to make a movie where it's just constantly guys kicking ass, then just go for it. But don't try to tie things together with a really boring subplot. I honestly thought the first half of this movie was solid.
What about the opening sequence?
The opening, what exactly was the opening
The
sequence
knives
again?
and everything you said.
Oh, well was that the very first one? Was that the first
Wasn't it?
sequence?
In the
It was
first 30
definitely,
minutes?
yeah, I mean, for sure. That sequence, I think, is the strongest when it comes to the fight sequence. I mean, that scene blew me away. I think that was some really cool stuff. But again, a scene that asks you to suspend the disbelief, but enough where you're like, this is so cool. And, there's a lot of really cool or, just moments in this movie with action beats. But then it just becomes that. It just becomes a collection, a string of action beats. If you want a YouTube greatest fight scenes in movies
Just
compilation, then
watch
that's what
the
it
movie.
is. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I think that you just need to cut all the, Lawrence Fishburne, I don't know what that character is meant to do and, really what the point is. I mean, obviously they're trying to create this mythos and bring all these characters because now we know where that storyline's going, at least with the ending. And then Halle Berry's character, the more I think about that, she didn't really need to be in this movie, and they really pushed her. I didn't attend CinemaCon this year, but at CinemaCon, they had a very lengthy conversation with Halle Berry about her 5 months of training, and it was the hardest thing she's ever...
Well, they came out the featurette today also.
Yeah, the hardest thing she's ever done in her career, and, that's... I mean, I'm glad that you work for it, and those scenes are badass, but, if that's the hardest thing you work for in your career, what did your character do, It's a bummer. You just mad. And then the final, we've been through so many fight scenes, and here's another problem too. We've been through so many fight sequences that in your final battle, which of course is where everything cool is supposed to happen, you're just can we end this because there's nothing going on that we've not seen already, and you just kind of drained your power by the end of it. So
it was cool seeing the raid guys.
Yeah, no, it was, and I think for me, it's just more why don't we just go more in that direction? That if you want to go crazy, just keep making all these spin-offs or. I would just go, if you want to continue making these John Wick movies, I would just continue to introduce these characters and mythos. I mean, if that's what you want to do, because what it feels like now, literally is we are going to start creating a universe, right? We're going to eventually going to get a Lawrence Fishburne movie. I'm sure we're going to get a Continental movie. We got the TV series, I guess, coming, which I didn't even know was happening. And eventually you're just going to have this whole world where you could continue John Wick, the JWU, if you will. So, I mean, for me, it just wasn't worth it in the end. I think there's some cool action beats, but I would rather just watch those scenes on YouTube later down the road and not have to revisit this.
Damn.
John Wick stops at 1 for me.
So, Alibaba.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not the worst thing either. It's just...
Really? You sound pretty negative.
It was exhausting. It was. That last hour was really trying. It was tough to get there.
When I saw you go to the bathroom,
yeah.
I was like, uh-oh. This ain't good.
I mean,
And I knew.
dude, when they were in that desert and like just shit's getting weird, I'm like, where are we right now?
They went to Aladdin.
Yeah, I know. That's what it feels like.
I just said that.
I believe it. I know you were singing the song.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Next
that
week.
song, Will Smith. Are you excited?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I'm
You
ready.
can't wait.
I'm ready.
Aladdin, the live action. Is it going to be better than Dumbo? Is it going to be a precursor for the failure and success of Lion King? What do you think?
Say it again.
Do you think it's going to be the precursor of the success or failure of Lion King? Is it going to pump us up and build that trajectory of
It's
a
only
great
gonna pump
Disney
us up.
remake? Oh,
it's
we're
only
going
gonna
up.
pump- Yeah, because Dumbo.
Because Dumbo was here. Yeah, we didn't like. You didn't even like Dumbo. Yeah.
But Aladdin and then Lion King.
Do you think there's a shot that you'll like Aladdin more than Lion King?
No, I gotta be honest also. No.
Yeah.
But I am so excited for Aladdin, but no, that's stupid.
Yeah.
That's stupid. No, that was stupid.
You never know.
No, that was stupid.
Are they both on your top 10 right now? Like your prediction?
Oh yeah.
They're both on there.
Dude.
Okay. I'm
I'm
curious.
top fives.
Yeah. Is this like, was this a movie that you'd rank high for this year so far or no?
John Wick?
Yeah.
No, it won't make the top 10. But I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I mean,
I will
say,
I'm not like you, negative as hell. I enjoyed that.
even with all my negativity, I will say like these 4 weeks have been definitely more positive than we've seen in a long time. So hopefully Aladdin is able to keep that going because
Are you scared of Aladdin?
I'm not scared because I don't think I care about Aladdin as much as most people do. I mean, sure, it was a movie that I watched, but it's not like Lion King. Like Lion King, that's gonna be a movie that I'm gonna be like, ugh. You know, the fandom is gonna come out of me like the Star Wars fan who's just like, ugh. But Aladdin, I'm just, from what I've seen, I've not seen anything that has intrigued me. Had I not known Aladdin, I've walked and I just imagine if you never knew Aladdin and you saw that Disney trailer, I don't think that looks like an appealing movie. And I think that's what everyone forgets. Like if you did just get rid of Aladdin and then just watch that trailer and you're just like, wait, what is this? I don't think it'll work. But
based on that, I'll actually agree with that.
okay, right? That's fair. Okay, fair enough. Wow.
I'll agree with that.
All right.
You're-
But hopefully
you're
I'm
annoying
wrong.
as hell
I want to
me.
be wrong. Trust me. I want to be wrong. I want to like a Disney live action remake. I want to be excited and think like maybe Lion King can work, but Aladdin's going to be with that factor of me being like, oh boy, this is not going to work, or it is. That's what it is for me. Aladdin's going to tell me if Lion King's going to work or not.
I'm gonna watch it I'm hoping like 4 or 5 times.
You're
Yeah,
sick.
I'm hoping.
Are you most excited for the rapping version of Never Had a Friend Like Me? Because I really like that song, and I'm kind of bummed they're turning it into a rap.
Well, Will Smith had to do something different.
Yeah, he did.
He had
and
to.
that's the song.
And nobody wants to see like the exact same.
Yeah.
Well, you'll never win because then people.
Yeah.
If it's.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
You're damned
You'll
if
never
you do,
win.
damned if
Yeah.
you-
You'll never
No,
win. So
I understand that.
I'm just gonna let Will Smith do his thing.
Do his
what
thing.
he does. Yeah. And I love Will Smith.
The question is, what happens when Will Smith's not on screen? Is it gonna? If he is what draws, is the rest of the movie gonna be able to sustain? You know, with leads that maybe aren't as familiar as Will and things like that, or are they gonna be? How is that a whole new world song gonna go?
I mean, they sound good.
Yeah.
From the little clips.
Yeah.
And
That's
Naomi
gonna be a big
Scott
scene.
can sing.
Yeah.
So
Well, we'll find out here next week at AMC.
I don't doubt the music's gonna be any bad. I don't doubt that. It's just more of is it gonna work? You know what I mean?
Are you gonna rewatch Aladdin this week?
I mean, if you want me to be honest, I probably watch Aladdin like, probably once a month already.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh wow! I don't think I've rewatched Aladdin in a few years. So
Oh
you
no,
are.
yeah. Oh,
You
no, I
really
watch it all
are.
the time.
Wow.
Yeah, all the time.
I respect it. Okay, well then obviously you have a lot of stakes
If
going
you
on,
ever,
so no
next
wonder
time,
why you're so excited.
Next time you see
watch it.
Ashley,
Yeah.
ask her when she gets off work. I'm already dead asleep.
Yeah.
But just ask her what's playing on the iPad.
Wow.
Yeah, she'll tell you.
You just alternate between Disney movies every month?
Yeah, like like I'll watch Tarzan, Aladdin,
Yeah, you like
Beauty
Tarzan,
and
huh?
Beast. Oh yeah, dude. Pocahontas, Mulan. You just have them on rotation, bro. That's how you stay positive.
Well, we're gonna find out the conclusion of this conversation next week.
Oh God.
With
Let's
Aladdin.
go.
I hope so. I
Let's
really
go.
hope so. It's the one that changes the game. Here at AMC Town Square, make sure to text this guy 702.
348-5618.
Because you want to text him and get your tickets because it's going to be a private theater and we're all going to have a great conversation afterwards and you want to know what's going to happen. And not all the fun conversations happen on camera, if you know what I mean. So we'll be interested to see how next week turns out. But I'm sure it's going to be worth being at alone, to say the least.
Absolutely.
So make sure to text this guy or comment below because you also can do that to reserve your tickets for next week at AMC Town Square.
We'll see everybody next week. ChasingCinema.com's Don't Answer.
The Film Lovers website.